Hey guys, it's Hushin here, and welcome back to another Star Citizen video. Today, we're going to be looking at distribution centers, something that'll hopefully offer us a little more, and by a little more, I mean a lot more gameplay in the future. So, distribution centers aren't fully up and running at this stage. However, they are in game, so today we're going to be checking one out for ourselves and see what they're all about. If you want to see how I died at this distribution center, make sure you stick around to the end. Now, let's get into it. So, what exactly are distribution centers? Distribution centers are large hubs owned by certain organizations for distributing goods which players can engage with for a variety of activities like delivery missions, infiltrations, bombing runs, FPS missions, theft, and a bunch more. So, lots of fun things for us to do in the now and in the future. Now, some of these centers will be hostile, and some, like the one we're going to visit today, will be friendly. So, the end goal with this is that you'll have reputation associated with different organizations, which will determine how welcome or unwelcome you are at their distribution centers. Now, these places are pretty big. They've got two wings with landing pads, hangars, cargo freight elevators, which they'll be coming at some point, hopefully soon. But yeah, it's one of those to be seen things. So we're going to have to wait for that. They also have a bunch of internal areas like lobbies, VIP spaces, maintenance areas, and a central warehouse, which is apparently going to be really important for the missions and gameplay that take place at these distribution centers. They also have storage rooms, which will be crucial for distributing large cargo containers. So I'm thinking like 16 SCU and maybe up containers will probably be handled there with our max lifts by hand. So when these places are fully functional, I think it's going to be quite busy place, especially for all the space truckers out there. So hopefully they can get this place up and running soon because I want to see this place at max capacity with everything available. Now, missions. In terms of the gameplay options that will be available around distribution centers, it looks like we're going to have quite a lot of variety. These centers are aiming to cater to a bunch of different playstyles, whether you're an aggressive, lawful person or a non aggressive but unlawful person. These places should cater for all players. Hopefully, we shall see. So, for example, aggressive lawful players might want to defend the centers from outlaws, or they could engage in combat missions, or team up with others to assault other uh, distribution centers. Whereas non aggressive, unlawful players might want to do something a little sneakier and undertake a stealth theft mission, trying to avoid detection while stealing goods or data. We're not really sure yet, but it's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Gotta love more gameplay. So at least they're trying. We gotta give them that. Now, where do we find these so-called distribution centers, you might ask? So currently there are 6 on Hurston and there are 7 on Microtech, I believe. Hopefully they have more on the way. And to find these places, you can go to the star map in your Moby and you can search distribution and they should most of them pop up. I've found that not all of them pop up, but I'm assuming this is because they're mission related. Speaking of missions, that's the other place you can find them. But I'm not going to go into those ones in particular because I think it's a lot more fun to actually go into the game, open the MOBA yourself, and do the missions yourself. But I'll possibly make a video in the future about some of the mission options that we currently have available in the game. Now, some things that I did notice when I went here was that the frame rate is pretty bad, even though there were only 2 of us here at the time. So I'm assuming that's just a typical new patch, new bug, new issue type situation, especially because distribution centers are new. So hopefully they'll clear that up really soon, especially with Invictus Week coming up. I'm hoping that they release a patch just before then, or the event week is going to be interesting to say the least. The other thing that I noticed is that the place feels a little bit deserted currently. I only noticed a couple of NPCs walking around when I went there, but I feel like it definitely needs more life. They feel like they've just been left there and there's like 2 people walking around it, 1 security person and a couple of maintenance people. But I mean, hopefully when they fix up the missing features like the cargo freight elevators, they'll start adding a couple more NPCs and give the place a little bit more life, so it feels not lifeless, because yeah, it's just a bit spooky sometimes when you're walking around and there's no one there in this giant deserted center. And as promised, I told you guys at the beginning of the video that I would show you how I died at this friendly distribution center. So as you can see here, all I simply do is hop into the co-pilot seat with my good friend Saint sitting right next to me. He is the pilot for the day. And as we take off here, this happens. So be careful out there, guys. If you're going to visit a distribution center, be warned, you may die. It is a possibility, but it's still a worth it possibility because these places are really cool. Please let me know what your thoughts on distribution centers are in the comments. Have you been to one? How was it? Did you like it? Do you think they're going to be good? I'm looking forward to see what you guys all think. And hopefully we get some updates to these places soon, because to me, it looks like they're going to be a ton of fun. So thanks again for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Star Citizen content. Have fun out there, and I will see you next time.